So this is our garage. And yeah, this is craziness. Hi guys, welcome back to week 4. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are
Create and Capture Life.
So we, first off, I want to say thank you to everyone for the well wishes on my health issues. After the last video, there were a lot of well wishes and from friends, family, and subscribers. So thank you for that. We appreciate the prayers, the thoughts, all of it. You know, it all helps. So thank you so much for that. Little health update. As frustrating as it is. So the day I was leaving the hospital, I called my primary care physician because I needed to be referred to a neurologist that wasn't in the hospital because, of course, the neurologist that we fell in love with in the hospital is not in our network. So I called my primary care doctor while I was still in the hospital, asked them to refer me to a neurologist. So that would be a week ago today. Hadn't heard anything back from them. Today I got a call from the doctor's office saying that the insurance denied the referral to the neurologist. Sorry, my brain kind of goes, I'm a little foggy. They denied the claim to the neurologist. So when I told them, you know, it doesn't make any sense, they saw lesions on my brain in the MRI, she said, oh, well, they didn't send us, the hospital didn't send us copies of your MRI. Now we need to request those so that we can reapply to your insurance and try to get them to approve you see a neurologist. So that's where we're at. So for whatever reason, they sent some records, but not all of them, to the primary care doctor, even though the hospital and the primary care doctor are in the same network, they didn't send them all the records. So we're waiting. It's been a week.
Insurance.
I know. And of course, they always suggest you know, well, you can go to a neurologist and just pay cash, but then that's thousands of dollars. By the time they do a test or something, it's going to be ridiculous. So we can't afford that, especially because we both lost a week of work last week. I lost a week of work this week. Jonathan lost overtime this week. So we're already, you know, down from where we normally are. And then they want us to pay out of pocket to go see a doctor because they want to, you know, waste time. In the meantime, we've been trying to walk with the dogs every day a little bit. I still have tingling on my right side and fogginess in my brain, and I'm missing words, and it's kind of frustrating, but we'll get through it. You know, it's just, I'm more frustrated not with how I feel. I'm more frustrated with the insurance company than I am that I don't feel well, because it just doesn't seem like it should take this long. So now I assume it's Thursday. She called me at 4 o'clock on Thursday. That means they're probably not going to do anything tomorrow, which means I won't even get a referral till next week at the soonest. So then that will be 2 weeks out of the hospital. So
well, that's just the referral to even go see the doctor.
Right.
Then there's, you know, the process of making an appointment and all the other stuff.
Yeah,
so
and if he's accepting new patients and blah, 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 and neurologists are notoriously hard to get appointments with because, you know, they're very busy all the time. So we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. But in the meantime, we're just dealing with it. We're dealing with the symptoms. Yep. I'm trying to sleep as much as possible. I have crazy insomnia this week. I slept 4 hours the day before yesterday. I just couldn't sleep. I stayed up all night. Finally took a nap. Last night I slept a little longer, so that was good. But it's just crazy. So we appreciate all the well wishes, and that's kind of our health update.
Yeah.
Future plans. Somebody asked me this week if my health was going to affect our future plans.
And that remains to be seen. We're hoping not. But, you know, obviously if there's testing, if there's other things that need to happen, you know, then we'll stick around here for as long as we have to. If it comes down to the situation where there's multiple different versions of what could happen. If we decide that we can't go anywhere, then, you know, we'll do long vacations and travel part-time. If we can still do it, then we will. And if we have to be back here, you know, every once in a while to do, you know, doctor's office visits and stuff like that, then, you know, we'll do that.
I was waving at our neighbor, by the way, across the way, and I wasn't waving at the camera.
So
Our neighbors think we're crazy at this point.
those guys are out filming in front of their garage all the time. Yes. We just lead them to our YouTube channel. So, getting back to the plans. So, if for whatever reason, if we have to stick around here, then we'll stick around and we'll travel part-time. If we have to come back every once in a while, every couple months for visits to doctors and whatever else, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. As of right now, until we hear anything different, we're continuing with our plans.
100%, yeah.
Yep.
And one way, like Jonathan said to me, I actually mentioned him yesterday, I really hope that my health doesn't affect our plans. And him, true to who he is, was like, we'll deal with it. Like, we'll figure it out. And it's true. I mean, one way or another, we'll figure it out. So we'll be good. We're still planning. I mean, it's only 4 weeks in. We have 11 months.
I know.
To still figure things out. But, so that's the answer for that, about the future plans.
And for some of you guys that have mentioned, yes, the goal is to be moved into our RV in a year. But we still have some stuff even past that keeps us here, including, making sure our finances and everything are good for us to go beyond the road. So, everybody has asked, oh, so are you quitting your job and leaving like in a year? And it's like, well, no, we're not quitting our jobs at all.
Luckily, we'll explain that in another video.
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that right now, just for legal reasons, but we don't have to quit our jobs.
Yeah, we don't have to quit our jobs, and and the reality is we will stick around here until, I've heard other RVers and other folks talk about financial runway, and I want to make sure we have a financial runway to be able to stay out on the road, and that includes if we have to be coming back to take care of Lynn for her doctor's appointments and stuff like that, with these new things that are happening So with all this new stuff that's happening...
Neighbor's chasing his cat.
Yeah. So I want to make sure, that we have a stable financial runway. And if that means, we have to stick around here a little bit longer before we hit the road full-time, totally okay.
But we won't be on the road full-time, but we will be living in our RV full-time.
Full-time, yes, that is the goal.
So we might be mooch docking around here for a little bit.
Absolutely. You guys out there that are friends of mine that have said, come hook up at our house.
We'll be there.
We're coming for you. But especially now that we know that, if there's going to be continuing medical issues that Lynn has, one of the big things that we want to make sure before we hit the road is that, health insurance. And those of you guys that are RVers out there, we've been listening to you guys and looking at all the different options for health insurance, whether it's through organizations like churches and stuff like that, or through some of you guys here have mentioned like the Road Life Project, and a few other places where they're like getting group health insurance. Obviously, we need to make sure we have all of that ready before we hit the road. And there's also the option that I might be able to pick up insurance through my union or other places. So we're still working on all of that, but
we'll have insurance though. We'll work it out. We'll figure it out.
So don't be scared. We're not gonna just hit the road without a plan. That's not how we do things.
Yeah, and a lot of our friends have worried. The reason he brought that up is a lot of our friends and family that have been watching our videos have been coming up to us and saying, "Oh my God, you're just gonna leave? You're just gonna leave like overnight like that?" And no, we're I mean, obviously, there's a plan, and right now we're 11 months away from purchasing an RV. But either way, we're selling the house and we are moving into the RV. Whether it's staying here for a little bit in the RV, we don't care. Yeah, so that's the plan.
Yep.
So.
All right, now up to an update, or giving you guys an update on our minimalism.
You can see there's a few things less behind us.
If you guys, and to the folks, we got some comments on our YouTube.
If you guys are wondering, I keep sweating because of the medicine I'm on.
Yeah. To the folks that commented on our last YouTube channel, thank you for all the support that you have given us and thinking about, giving us, good feedback on our minimalism. To the one person that said, "Wow, you guys have more crap than I do."
No, more junk. You have more junk than he does. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
because that actually made me laugh.
Yeah, that was actually a really good comment. So if you're watching this video,
pretty funny.
Big thumbs up to you. So there's a lot of good positive comments that have come from our videos. So thank you guys for all of the great comments. Please keep them coming. We do love reading them. We haven't gotten anything that we consider mean or negative.
Or trolly. We haven't got any trolleys yet.
Yeah, so and obviously we're being completely honest with you guys. Look behind us. This is our mess. This is what we have to deal with.
Yep.
So we're working on it.
Right? So an update for this week. We donated a truck bed full of items to Precious Life Shelter yesterday. Mm-hmm. We also took a large box. It wasn't even a box. It was like one of those industrial bins, like a really big one, full of black, round, and oblong tablecloths that we had from an event we did a couple years ago, and we've just been keeping the tablecloths because they're those nice kind that you rent normally. We donated those to the culinary department at our local high school. Today and tomorrow we will be getting ready. Our local high school's band and pageantry, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Band and pageantry group is having a clothing and textile drive. And why that's important for those of you minimalizing, this is why it's important. Most donation places will not take pillows, bedding, stuffed animals, bean bags, things like that, because obviously with bed bugs and all those kinds of things, they won't take those. So like your Goodwills and Salvation Armies and that, they won't take that stuff normally. But when you find a school or an organization doing clothing and textile drive, you can get rid of pillows, blankets,
Yep.
bedding, all those, even dog beds, like things like that you want to get rid of and you don't want to end up in a landfill. And that's my big thing. Like, I don't want to just everyone said, just throw it in the trash, just throw it in the trash. Well, if I do that, then it ends up in a landfill and I don't want to do that. So we're really searching hard to find places to donate rather than throw things away. Unless it's literally just falling apart piece of junk, but somebody can always use something.
Yeah.
And so this Saturday we'll be getting rid of a bunch of pillows that we just took out of storage.
And we're not talking like, old dirty, like I slept on them and they've got my head sweat all over them pillows. We're talking like throw pillows and stuff like that from like couches and stuff like that. So, stuff that is probably still completely useful, but most donation places won't take it.
Yeah, because of lice and they say because of, bed bugs and lice and things like that. So like I'm a throw pillow person and not on the bed so much.
Hoarder.
No, not so much on the bed, but like on our couch, like I change them out for the holidays.
Right.
We're not going to need to do that really. We're not going to carry all the holiday pillows around with us. No. So we're going through them and some of them we're going to give to my sister and things like that, but because she wanted some of them, she's already coveted some of them. But the ones that are still nice and you can't donate and you can't do anything with, I don't want them in a landfill. So now we found out this Saturday we can donate them to
the local high school is doing the drive.
Clothing and textile drive. So that's this Saturday. Also, Jonathan is off this Saturday unless he gets called in, which we won't be opposed to him getting called in because that's
overtime is always
overtime. But so if he gets called in, plans will change. But if he doesn't get called in on Saturday, we are going to go to our other storage unit, which we have emptied.
We actually did that this week.
Yeah.
We worked on that storage unit a couple days this week when I was working early mornings, and I was able to get off early enough that we were able to come home. I was able to come home, and we were able to go to the storage unit and work on it.
I only could handle a couple hours of work, but we did get we got a good chunk of it done.
Yeah.
So, and behind us over here, last week when we did the video, I'm not going to turn the camera, but there was a big metal shelf there that's gone. All the donations that were on that shelf are gone. The box that was over here that had all those, or the bin that had all the tablecloths is gone. There's a few other things that we've given away this week to just random people or taken to work and given to people like he's taken to work. Things like that. So we made progress.
Yeah.
Slower than we would like, but I can only do what I can do right now.
And considering the time of year that people are also trying to, clear out their garages and stuff like that because you got Christmas right around the corner. So friends and family and stuff like that we would normally give things to, don't want it either. So we're really working on, slowly getting rid of stuff. It's not a race, or it's not a sprint, it's a race at this point.
And we have time to be methodical about it and to be thoughtful about it. So, yeah, we're in the process. We're in the process of progress.
Right? And on the
what is this, your left? On the left of Jonathan, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 15 bins we brought from our other storage unit that are all fall, Halloween, and spring decorations that I had in storage because I'm one of those people that decorates for every holiday. So this will be the last year we're going to use these decorations in this house. So we brought them all here. I'm going to go through them. We'll use what we use for fall because I already have fall decorated for the house. Then I'll change it to Halloween. Then I'll change it back to fall for Thanksgiving, and then change it to Christmas the day after Thanksgiving. That's what I do every year. And so as I'm going through these things, I'm saying, okay, this is broken. My sister wanted this. My sister-in-law wanted this. My niece loves this. My daughter wants this. My neighbor liked that, whatever. And we'll start giving those things away because this will be the last year in the house.
Yeah.
And so we won't be using them anymore. So we're going to get one more use out of all of our holiday decorations, and then we'll keep a few like little things. I'm thinking like maybe, you know, just a couple little things that we can put in the RV for different holidays that won't, like maybe one bin for like that has all the holidays in it, if that makes sense. So you have one or two items that are, you know, you can put. I really like wreaths, so I might have to keep all my wreaths for the door somehow. But I usually make them myself, so I can always make them on the road, right? Dollar Tree.
I smell an Etsy store coming.
And I love Dollar Tree, so they're awesome for crafting things. Yeah. So, but that's the plan for that stuff. And as far as everything else, I think we're just going to plug along. This Saturday hopefully will be a good, productive day. Because the productive days have been few and far between in the last 2 weeks. And there was another question that someone asked, and now I can't think of it because my brain is not what it's supposed to be, and I didn't write it down. I have notes here. I didn't write it down, so I don't know what it was. Somebody else asked us a question, and I don't know. So if it was you, sorry, I'll reread all the comments, and then
we'll answer those questions next week.
We'll answer those questions next time, because I really don't know what it was.
I can't finish your sentence on that one if I
don't know what it
started.
was. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, I know. There was one other thing, and then we'll end this video. First of all, thank you guys for subscribing. We had no idea that we would be over even 100 subscribers. Like, that to me was just amazing this week. We are, I think when I looked last, we were like 165, and that seems dumb to some people, but to me that's fun.
There's 165 people that are going to see this video?
Well, I don't know, but we have 165 subscribers when I looked last. So thank you so much for subscribing and hanging around with us and following our journey. We really appreciate it. If you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button, because I guess in the YouTube algorithm world, hitting the like button helps us somehow. I'm still learning.
The like button or the little thumbs up button?
The thumbs up. It says like, but it's a thumbs up. So hit that. And apparently there's a notification button you can hit so you'll know when we put out new videos. That was our neighbor's really dumb, what do you call those cars?
I don't know.
Road rocket cars or something.
Yeah, something.
Some stupid name, but anyway, and yeah, so thank you for that. And then we have one last question before we sign off for today. And that is, the stool that Jonathan is sitting on, this is a constant conversation between our family and us. Should we or should we not keep this stool? Here, let me get out of the way.
So
this stool
doesn't seem like a very fancy stool, but the stool has got a story. And the story is,
it's just a brown stool. It's taller than the one I'm sitting on, and it was used in the movie National Treasure.
Yeah. So
and Nicolas Cage
might have sat in this chair.
Probably sat in this chair.
What are you doing?
Oh, we're doing a video for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No problem. So this stool,
yeah, so the controversy with the stool is,
should we keep it or should we not?
Should we get rid of it? Should we keep it? What should we do with the stool? Because there's people in our family that want it. We are thinking maybe we'll keep it.
And take it in the RV.
And take it in the RV. But the story of the stool is that it was actually a movie prop from
the actual movie, National Treasure.
National Treasure.
The first one. The first National Treasure movie.
So Nicolas Cage may have been sitting.
Or somebody else may have been sitting in it.
I'm going to go with Nicolas Cage may have been sitting in this stool himself. I am sitting, my butt cheeks are touching the same wood that Nicolas Cage don't know if that sounds
That
right.
sounds really wrong.
That sounds wrong. Never mind.
That sounds really wrong. Anyways, should we keep the stool? Should we give it away? What should we do with the stool?
Yeah.
So please comment down below. Give us your opinion. Should we keep the stool? Should we get rid of the stool? Is it dumb? What is it?
I don't know.
So
Cool.
yeah, that's it. That's this Friday. We're trying to put videos out every Friday in case you haven't noticed. I don't know that we've ever actually officially said that, but right now our videos we're trying to put them out every Friday. So be on the lookout for next week, and we will see you then. And this is the end of
Week 4.
week 4. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.
So as we're going through all of our boxes here, Lynn and I came across some stuff, and it's actually kind of funny because you'll see in the video, maybe if Lynn puts it in the B-roll, you'll see us idiots taking pictures of ourselves and sending stuff to our friends. But we found an entire crate of all kinds of random records.
They're not records, there's albums. There's a difference, young guy. So I apparently had a very eclectic taste in music in high school. Purple Rain, Missing Persons, the original Empire Strikes Back soundtrack with the little book. So, and I even had, go down here, AC/DC, Queen, Marlon Thomas, Footloose, Yellow, Captain and Tennille. There's even a break journey. There's a break dancing record or album in here. Then there's these records. If anybody is old enough to remember what these are.
Even I know. Those are 45s.
So shut up, you face. 45. Joel Dolce, shut up, you face. I loved this 45 when I was a kid. Little River Band shut down.
That one looks like it's been worn a little bit.
Margaritaville. Sweet Dreams by Air Supply. You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, Leo Sayer. Leather and Lace by Stevie Nicks. I Want to Give It All, Air Supply. Key Largo by Bertie Higgins. Soft Cell. Oh, I like Tainted Love by Soft Cell. And I Can't Go For That, Daryl Hall and John Oates. There you go.
Classics. All kinds of classics, guys.
That was my, oh, and you cannot forget this one.
Uh-oh.
Dance aerobics. Look at that.
Hang on. Go back to the cover on that one.
Dance aerobics.
Look. What in the...
Dance aerobics.
You can't make this stuff up.